So, we haven't done a clog extra in a very long time, so I figured this might be a nice opportunity. In fact, I'm going to do the clog extra in a really interesting environment. What you're looking at right now is actually my phone. This is Termux, which is on Android, basically a Unix-like environment, and again Chrome. And in fact, we have, and we'll see shortly, a full SPCL Common Lisp environment, including Emacs and Slime, and again, of course, Chrome on Android. So I thought that'd be really nice, really interesting to show that a workflow is actually quite possible on such a device. This is just so you know, this is a Motorola phone, and therefore this is what is it? Ready for it's called their desktop, but the DeX on Samsung, and there are other platforms as well where it's possible to run a full desktop. So I'm actually doing the recording. I'm doing the editing. I'm doing the actual entire clock extra right here. So of course you're going to want to set up your environment if you have the capability. And the best way to get started is to take a look at the web page for the CLOG project, where basically I have their descriptions of how to install CLOG and of course Common Lisp on a number of different platforms, including here in Termux. I'll put a link basically where we share this file, and you'll be able to get it from there. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and let's actually open up Emacs. And of course, as you would any situation with any Emacs, I would go ahead and load up Slime. Looks all familiar, right? Just like just like you're in a regular Unix environment, because that's exactly what's going on. And we can go ahead now and quick load Clog, of course. All right. And now, there happens to be that there's a bit of an issue in terms of SQLite. There is a way actually, and I give instructions for how to do that. But nevertheless, uh, you will get a basically this error. But we're not going to be using SQLite. We're just going to do accept and move along. Okay. So I guess remember in the future, you can basically take care of that situation by actually putting in where the library is located in Termux. Anyways, meantime, uh, let's go ahead and let's do in package. Whoops. Clog user. All right, and let's go ahead and let's start the clog REPL. And boom, there you go. Now I have an entire REPL environment ready for us to play around with. Okay, so now that we have our REPL up, let's go ahead and let's do something cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a variable. This is where we're going to stick our panel. And let's go ahead now and let's create a panel, right? So let's do like this, set f, okay, p, that's where we're gonna stick it. And let's go ahead now and let's go ahead and say blah, 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 clog panel, right? And put it in our REPL body. All right, and let's see here. Oop, create, sorry. Create panel. Body. Okay, fine. Let's give it a top of 200. Let's give it a left of 200. Let's go ahead and give it a width of 200. Let's give it a height of 200. And let's give it a background color. Let's say orange. And let's go ahead now and let's put a border around it as well. That'd be cool. So let's do border, right? Border width, right? Width, let's say, let's give it, let's see here, let's go 4 pixels. Let's go ahead and let's put a border color of black. And let's put a border style of solid. All right. Okay, and boom, there we go. We've got our beginning. So now that we have that, of course, we can do all sorts of cool cloggy type of stuff. So for example, let's say I want to change that background color. Let's say, let's go ahead and change the color to, let's say, green, right? So there we go. But then, of course, we can do some other really cool stuff that CLOG lets us do. Let's go ahead and let's see, do times. All right, and let's say n 360. Okay, don't mind my butterfingers. Okay, and let's go ahead and let's set the style. So set f style of our little thing here. Let's see, style of right, of p, and let's say rotate, right, and let's go ahead and format. Let's do and degrees, right, and n, and boom. Oh, but that happened too quick. Okay, so let's go back and fix it just a little bit. And let's see here. We can go ahead and let's see. We'll give it a little bit of a let's give it a little bit of a pause. Sleep. Point one. Right. Ah, there we go. Cool. So now, of course, we have our rotating square. So, like I said, right now at this point, you can go ahead and do all kinds of your cool clock stuff. I know it's a short extra, but it's a nice little cool experiment. And also shows you how pretty cool things that you could do, even on even on an Android phone using CLOG. See you next time.